think insurance is a scam or you have questions about insurance, you are watching the right video. My name is Akimbo Yakinpelumi, and with me I have some fantastic people in the house, and today we are discussing the importance of insurance. Let me allow you to introduce yourself.
My name is Jason also.
My name is Rashida.
And my name is Joseph.
Alright, so I'll start with you, Joseph. Joseph, do you think insurance is a scam?
No, I definitely don't think insurance is a scam. I think the whole concept of insurance is really about risk. And you just need to know that insurance is basically balancing out that risk. Classic example was one day I was on my way to the gym and drove past an accident scene. And in my head I was like, oh. And somehow we stopped, went to see what was going on. Turned out it was one of my friends, and we stayed to sort out the whole.
Wait, hold on a minute. This is Lagos. You saw an accident scene. You parked your car to go and check.
I skipped. So like my sister saw someone.
Okay.
I was like, oh, that person looks like someone we know.
Okay.
So we stopped, and it turned out it was someone we know from the gym. So he was on his way to the gym.
Okay.
Brakes failed, all that stuff. And I think within the space of probably 3-4 hours, we spent well over 200k because his brakes failed, drove the car into a street light.
Okay.
Street light fell on the NEPA wire. Get that kind of scenario. The car is hanging in there. So we had to get a tow truck to pull the car off the road. Had to get a special vehicle to pull the street light off the NEPA wire. Had to settle the NEPA officials. Had to tow the truck, repairs, all that, and I'm very sure that in total we're looking at close to $1 million in damages. And I remember the first question I asked him was, do you have insurance? And he said, third party. And I almost went to him because I could see the damage in the car. And of course, third party might cover street lights, wires, but your car is gone. And that's what insurance is all about. One day something is going to happen and you're not going to have that money. How are you balancing that risk? As simple as it.
Let me ask Rashida.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned third party.
Yes.
Now, a lot of Nigerians, a lot of us, we pay for insurance every year. We pay for insurance.
Yeah.
And they give us these funny documents, but we don't even know what it covers. A lot of people buy third-party insurance, and they don't even know what they are buying.
Yeah.
They just have the certificate to present to the police officer anytime they get stopped.
Exactly.
So when he was explaining his experience, he said the guy said he had third party, and he believed the third party would have covered for probably the wire, the pole, and etc. Do you agree with that?
Well, there are some people that know that what they're buying is just in the event where if I hit somebody, I can settle them, and that's third party. Comprehensive will cover for damage to the other car and then to yours. So there are two kinds of people. There are people that know that this third party I'm buying is not covering my car.
Okay.
But they're like, you know what? I don't really care.
I can
drive well.
Okay.
Anything that wants to happen is fine, right? And then there are people that probably have been advised wrongly because it's not like they don't have the money. Yes. Or they were not educated properly, right? So there are people that
Sorry to cut into your line of thought. Are you saying that it's possible for an insurance person to sell an insurance policy to you without educating you about what you're buying?
Yes. There are people that just, I don't know if you've experienced it, but if maybe you're just in Lagos markets now, you see these people that call themselves agents or marketers.
Yes.
They're just trying to bring in the numbers, right? So they're not taking their time. Their goal is money to come in for them to count or to meet their budget.
To meet their target.
They are not concerned about the clients, right? So there are people that have found themselves in situations where, oh, I've bought insurance, I have insurance. Then something happens and they realize, oh, I can't get any benefit from my vehicle.
If you ask them, they will tell you insurance is a scam.
Absolutely. So I think people that would think insurance is not a scam, that's aside people that are in the insurance industry, let's just say a regular consumer, are people that have benefited from collecting when a claim happens, right? Because you see people that say, oh, I'm here, I'm insuring my car year on year, I have no accident. When maybe something happens to my engine, I have to do it by myself. If I need to change my battery, I have to do it by myself. If I need to change my tire, I have to do it by myself, right? they always forget, oh, insurance is in the event that there is an accident, right? So if they never have a reason to claim, they will definitely see it as they're dashing you money.
Wait. Let's be clear. What you are telling me is if I purchase a comprehensive cover,
Yeah.
if my battery is bad,
Yeah.
insurance will not pay me for it.
It's not an accident.
Why?
Your battery is probably tired, it's down. Insurance covers you for the event where there is an accident. It puts you back in the place where you were enjoying yourself before that accident happened. So
Yeah.
if one day you enter your car, you start your engine, it's not coming on, your battery has just run down, you probably had it for 2 years, there was no accident. It's wear and tear.
This is one of the misconceptions about insurance. Let me ask Jason, if you want to sell insurance, let's assume you want to sell insurance to someone who believe, oh, let me just buy third party, I'm fine. But you want to sell a comprehensive cover to this person. What are the things you tell the person to convince the person? I'm just asking because so many people don't know the benefits of comprehensive when they can buy the cheap one, third party, and they are just fine.
Okay, so basically, it's funny how, based on your story, Joe, it's funny how everyone is concerned about what they can benefit, the car and all that, but no one is talking about the life. No
Yeah.
one is talking about the life
Yeah.
of the owner of the car.
Or the
But
people
he was
in-
alive, so
Because he's alive, you get. We thank.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
but
yeah.
then it's my specialty is the life aspect. Before any other thing, the life has to come first. So imagine, God forbid, he had lost his life. You wouldn't think about the car.
Absolutely.
True.
So yes, I realize that a lot of people say insurance is a scam because of, in fact, most people that say insurance is a scam is because, in fact, they don't even have
Yeah.
insurance
Don't have
based on. Nigerians thrive on what they've been
What
told.
they've been told.
They thrive on what. And
But what if the person telling me insurance is a scam had real life experience of insurance scamming him or her?
Okay. So basically, I can't speak on the type of company that is, but then I know that a lot of things are happening out there, and people are being deceived and all that. But then it's the right thing to do. Basically, is for the salesperson to properly educate. There are codes to these things.
Yeah.
To properly educate the client, and then I want to say that insurance has become better. It is now better.
Absolutely.
It's not the way it used to be.
not what it
So
used to
these
be.
expenses are in the past. Understand? This is 2023. In the last 3-4 years, insurance has become better. It's not the way it used to be. So yes, we have less complaints now.
They have
Yeah.
less complaints.
Yes, less complaints
But
now.
can I say, wait, when you say, oh, insurance has become better, we have less complaints, what is in my head is this. The question I'm asking myself is this. How come up till now, this is 2023,
Yeah.
and up to this moment, right, I cannot purchase insurance with an app and present my online certificate to the police officer? They will still ask me for the hard copy. Now let us assume that I bought my car on a Saturday, and on Sunday morning I'm on my way to church for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And of course, you all know that police people enjoy coming out on Sundays. I don't know why. Much respect to the police officers, anyway. But they love coming out on Sundays, right? And then they stopped me. They asked me for my insurance papers. I don't have it, of course. I don't have it, but I purchased insurance because a lot of companies will tell you, oh, we have our app. You can buy car insurance in 2 seconds, in 5
Yeah.
minutes. But then the police officer will tell you, this thing is not recognizable. Like, I no recognize this one. Show me the paper. Why? In 2023.
Well, I mean, that's now a thing between what knowledge or what process the Nigerian police force has within their system. So if clients are or consumers are saying, I have my certificate on my phone, I show it to the police and they're still questioning it. So maybe it's a thing where the insurance industry finds a way to sensitize the police force to say, look, guys, paper, hard copy, soft copy, all is fine, right? You can't we can't blame that on consumers. It's a
But the consumer suffer for it.
yes, but it has to be something that is done from an angle of how anybody in the insurance industry or any insurance company wants to say, look, let's solve this problem, and then make sure that the Nigerian police force understands that hard copy, soft copy, all is covered.
To be fair, in defense of Nigerian police, right? I pay for my insurance. Apart from the policy documents, which of course they send a hard copy. I think since then it's actually been an email and I print it out. But I know there was an instance where, for some reason, the copy I had was expired, and the lady was like, "Oh, your insurance is expired," and I pulled it out on my phone. And I'm like, "Sorry, I just haven't printed it out. But here's the copy." But I do think there's also another problem where, it's tied to my cover coming out is tied to working days. And a classic example was there was an incident and my insurance was still being processed, and someone slammed into my car, and I paid for it myself because I wasn't covered. I think that
you could have fought to get your money, because what does the insurance industry say? No premium, no cover. When did you pay? You paid on let's say you paid on the 27th, and then the accident happened on the 28th. You let it go.
I let it go.
You let it go. If you had put pressure,
it comes back to two things.
You
right?
have put pressure, you get your money.
The first thing is, how will I put pressure for something I don't know about? Because
basically,
wait. Just for clarity, let me ask. Let me be clear on something. Are you saying that if I had paid, whether I have my certificate or not, if I have a claim, the insurance company has to pay me?
Yes, I paid you. I have sent you everything you need to give me my certificate. You had just not come around to do that.
What if
if you did that, I paid on 27th. I sent it for processing, and then I get my document on the 1st of August. The date on the certificate will read 27th of July.
So you've been
till
covered.
26th of July. They will not pick the Monday morning that they are sending you the certificate as your start date.
Let us assume that I paid on a Saturday morning. Police officer stopped me on. Sorry, I know I'm talking a lot about police, right? The police officer stopped me on Sunday.
Yes.
They, one way or the other, they collected maybe 20,000 naira to let me go.
Yeah.
Will the insurance company refund my money?
No, on what base?
Why not? I mean, I'm covered. Is the insurance company, they are here to give me my certificate. Now I have to pay 20,000 naira to go.
I'm not sure how that will work.
Yeah,
because you know that you don't have your certificate, and you
but
went.
It's not my fault.
And yes, it's not your fault, and you went on the road. But you
knew
that
you said I'm covered.
It's not. That's the thing. It's not the police force business that you're not able to show me that you have insurance.
But they've made it.
It's not their fault that they stopped you. All this story of I've paid, it's not their business. We know that is not their business. So yes, whichever insurance company is to blame, they do not give you your documents in time. But you were taking a risk, an extra risk, aside accidents. The police is the extra risk of that. I'm driving without proof that I have insurance. How do we want to reimburse you for that?
Well,
except you had reached out to the insurance company and say, okay, do me a letter, give me a cover note while you're trying to get the certificate. And that's another thing where, Joe, you said knowledge, education. A lot of people, a lot of consumers don't know.
What do you think is
what
it?
they are getting?
Let me ask a question. Why do you think the insurance industry, or why do you think Nigerians don't know a lot about insurance? Is it that the companies are not doing enough to educate the general public about the benefits of having insurance? I mean, I see a lot of advertisements from insurance companies, but most of these advertisements are not detailed enough. I mean, my own opinion.
I agree with you.
Because when you sit down with an insurance person for example, someone was telling me that as a young person, there are some kind of insurance that you can purchase, that you can even make, that you can use it as an investment. Is it true?
Absolutely.
Can we talk about that?
So that's generally, well, it could be aside life insurance, but that's generally life insurance, right?
Okay.
So you know how if someone's coming to you to say, oh, come and buy life insurance. It covers you,
Now,
or it
immediately
covers
someone,
it
immediately
covers your
somebody hears life
family
insurance, the only thing
in
I'm
the
thinking about is
event
death.
that you die.
Yes, typical
In the
Nigerian.
event that you die, people don't like to discuss death.
Death, exactly.
Although whether we discuss it or not,
So
everybody has that time where it's going to come for them,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So if you find yourself telling people what they don't want to hear, they probably will think about it. If they take it seriously, fine. If they don't, fine. But there are life policies that have investment tied to it, right? So if you say you're taking a life insurance of 20 million, meaning in the event that I die, I'll
Pay my family 20
pay
million.
my family 20 million. But then you can also be investing. So if you're charged that premium, if you're charged premium to collect 20 million, that premium every month or every year, or however you decide to pay for the next 5-10 years, depending on what you pick as the period for that insurance, the insurance company can invest the funds you're paying in premium, and then when the 5 years comes or when the 10 years comes, you are able to collect the investment and then leave that 20 million in the event that you die.
Let me understand what you are saying. What you are saying is this.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, I sit with an insurance person now,
Yeah.
and I said, okay, look, I want to insure my life for 20 years. In 20 years' time, if I die between now and 20 years, pay my family 20 million naira,
Yeah.
right? And they
Right.
start deducting my premium every year from maybe my salary or whatever.
Yeah.
But if I outlive that 20 years, that 20 million naira becomes my money. Is that what you're saying?
Well, that's this another thing of knowledge. There's some insurance policies that you have to die. If you don't die, there's
The
no
money is
story.
not.
The money is there waiting for you to die.
What
So,
if I don't want? What if I
That's
don't
why
want
we're
to die? I
saying
want to
you
collect
have
my
to
money.
ask.
Can I chip in?
Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry. So it depends on the packages. So I mean, if some packages do not are only valid when the person dies. Why some, even if you don't, it covers
If
you for the rest of your life.
So
Yeah.
why is it that companies are not telling people that even you can still collect your money if you are still alive?
Okay, so
Do you understand what I mean? Because I think that product will sell better
It's not a
than
case of
death.
that they're not telling it. It's a case of how many people is it reaching? How are we telling this thing we're telling?
That
I
is
think
what I'm
that's the
saying.
real problem. Is that I don't think any insurance company is withholding this information, because I mean, if you tell people or if you have the conversation from this angle to say you can get something while you're alive, not only when you die, I'm sure more people will be open to it. And it's there, but are we getting this across to consumers the way that it should? That's the thing.
Exactly.
I'm not sure I mean, everybody's trying their best, but I'm not sure it's fully fleshed out. I
Yeah,
think that
I
yes,
agree. I think
there's
we
room
all
for
agree on
improvement.
that.
There's a lot more the insurance industry can do, and I think they're really trying.
That speaks to the investment
Yeah, I think they're
part.
really trying.
I was going to, you want to say something? I was
Yeah,
going to.
that speaks to the investment part. You
Investment.
can actually be alive and enjoy the the fruits of your labor. And I mean, there are different packages where you can send your child to school, you save towards it, and then you're alive. And then some packages where the insurance company acts as the parent in the event of loss
The
of
death of the
life.
person.
So they would make sure that, okay, we would continue to pay
The school
the
fee.
premium for you
So
until
what you are saying is this, like for example, I can have my child in Covenant University, for example,
Yes,
and I take up an insurance package to say, oh, as long as this my boy or my girl is in school for the next 6 years, your company will be the one paying that school fee.
Okay, so
Is that what you are saying?
yes. The way it is, you can save towards your child's school. Okay, so your child is like 10 years old, and you're trying to. The idea about insurance is to plan ahead, in case.
What kind of insurance is that?
Okay, so we could call that an education plan, an educational
Yeah.
child plan.
Ah.
You get where, okay, my child is still very little, and I'm trying to plan ahead for his secondary school or his university. So in case he's not there, in case I am not there as a parent, I have already put down a structure that even when I'm not there, please let
School
the
fees
savings
paid.
continue. And
But who will continue to pay?
yes,
The
so
premium.
my company, we go as far as if the parents is not there, we would continue to pay. We would first dish out an amount to cover the burial cost. That's to the beneficiary of the parent, to cover the burial cost of that parent. Then we will continue to pay
The school fees.
the savings towards that child's education.
Okay.
Until
So are you saying that when the person was alive, the person would have dropped a chunk of money into your account?
no, the person.
It's the
so-
same premium.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, the same premium.
But when
yes.
the person died, who continue to pay the premium?
That's what I'm saying. Where I work, that's what we do.
So you mean there's an
No,
insurance?
you continue to
package that-
pay the school fees of the child,
they-
but premium stops
No.
being paid.
But
No.
premium
No,
stops.
no, not the school fees of the child. We continue to pay the premium as agreed. So if you're supposed
Okay,
to pay,
so that it looks like
you
the
get-
policy is still
you-
running.
You get to make sure that the child, at the end of the 5 years or 10 years that we've agreed, when it's that time, we give it to the child for that child's school.
Fantastic.
So it's yes, like I said, insurance has become better. It has become better. It's not what you used to know.
All right, I think we should. It has been a fantastic conversation. I
Yes.
really appreciate you, JC, and Rashida, Joseph. I think we should close with this. If you had to, Jason, if you had to advise the insurance industry on how to educate people more about the different insurance packages that they can get, what will be your advice to them?
Yes. So more adverts and
More adverts.
yes, more adverts and
TV,
yes, and
outdoor.
a lot of forums where people
Forums like this.
Yes, yes. Forums where people are educated because there's already mentality
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
So we need to work on that, clear that out, and let people know that the average human being needs an insurance plan.
Wow. Okay, so Rashida,
Yeah.
not the same question now. If for those people who believe insurance is a scam, like they believe insurance people just want their money. I mean, I might buy a package and not have anything to claim for.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think is the best advice you can give to this set of people?
I mean, for those that are complaining and they're still paying their premium, they're on the right track, because really anything can happen at any time, and you don't want to be found trying to look for where you bring out money, because a lot of things are going on in this economy right now. So keep paying your premiums if you are. It's a small token. What you pay 50K for a 30 million car. If your car is totaled, where do you want to find 30 million from? Right? It might look like you're dashing money, but you are paying for ease. Just think about it like that. You're paying
Peace of
for
mind.
ease. You're paying for ease, because if you find yourself in that situation, it's just going to be very sticky, and yeah. But then for people that had bad experiences, it's on a case by case basis. If they are, if you, I mean, you ask, okay, what happened? Then you are able to like educate them and explain, because most people don't understand, right? And that's the problem. Like, we need to bridge that knowledge gap. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So, you are a software developer, right? So, what role do you think tech will play in insurance in 5 years, 4 years?
So 4 5 years, there's quite a lot going on. I think in the immediate, one of the things you mentioned is tech can bridge the gap between paying and submitting documents and getting
Yeah, and getting your
coverage.
certificate on time.
It can also bridge the gap in the claims process.
Mhm.
I think so.
Yeah.
But I think long term, which I think is already probably in the runs, is applying tech to actually analyzing claims,
Okay.
fraud
Mhm.
prevention, faster claim settlement, things of that nature. And of course, because of things are now a bit more digital, if there is more collaboration, it's easier to avoid some of the scenarios we've spoken about. So
Absolutely.
how can the police validate my insurance?
Yeah.
There's an agreement between both agencies on how to share data. And so it gets to a point where maybe I don't even need to carry paper around. because
Absolutely.
I have a valid license that is tied to my car, that's tied to
Mhm.
my insurance.
Yeah.
And so the policeman inspects my license and gets everything to me.
Yeah.
And then it takes out all those
Mhm.
nastiness in the middle of it.
Thank you so much. It has been a fantastic conversation with my friends, and I'm 100% sure that you've enjoyed this conversation. And if this conversation has been very useful to you or helpful to you, I urge you to please share with your friends, share the links with your friends, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on social media because we have a whole lot of conversation coming up. And of course, screw up for the next one. Thank you.